Vienna leaders say their first all-encompassing town hall brought the community out to hear what's changing in town, especially major infrastructure work that could impact rates over time. Our Cassidy Fury has the story.
A first-of-its-kind town hall in Vienna brought residents and business owners together for a broad update on what the town is working on and what's coming next.
Last night I was very pleased with the crowd and response that we got. The intent was met. We were there to inform our residents and our business owners about the incredible things that are going on in Vienna and to be able to bring them up to date with all of those programs, all of those projects so that they know.
Vienna Mayor Chad Emmerich said the turnout was a strong start for the town's first general town hall, an event not centered on one single issue. State representatives, as well as leaders from the Vienna Senior Center and Friends of Vienna, spoke about upcoming plans.
We had around 75 that came out, and although, of course, we would have loved to see, gobs and gobs of more people, we were very happy to see that initial response. This is the first time we have ever done something at this level, and I was very happy with it.
One of the biggest takeaways, Vienna is preparing for major work underground. Upgrades the town says are long overdue.
We are getting ready to begin one of the most comprehensive, large-scale infrastructure upgrades that the city has ever seen.
Emmerich said the price tag will be covered through a mix of outside funding and local increases, phased in over time.
The funding is going to come from a various wide variety. Some of it will be through grants and earmarks that we've applied for. Some of the improvements will come from a rate increase that will have to come. Vienna has some of the lowest rates. Even after the rate increases that will be stepped over a 3-year period, we will still be in the lowest tier of rates within the entire state.
Emmerich said the goal is to keep this town hall going annually so residents can track projects, ask questions, and stay informed. Reporting from Vienna, I'm Cassidy Fury with WTAP News.